there, fella. I just heard you playing some music. What's that, the Playtronica? How does that work? Oh. Okay. Somehow that's connected to the computer and it plays piano sounds? Will you demonstrate that maybe? Okay. Alligator clip to the metal thing. And then to the MIDI controller. Alright. And it's probably connected to Playtronica.com. No, just, yeah, take your time. No hurry. No. Tangled up, huh? Why don't you just use that cable tree there? Oh, the branches are too close. Not much use for alligator clips, huh? Or maybe you need a bigger cable tree. I mean, I could make one. I'll go out and look for some supplies. And here I am at Tractor Supply Company. And I've located just the parts I need. 2 little kid-sized rakes. I'm just going to slice off the bottom part of the rake. It's a good feeling. A little snapping sound. Remember to wear your face shield and use the right kind of bandsaw blade. Now, this next part I didn't take video of, so I'll just describe. I cut out that piece of metal with the plasma cutter, and then I welded it to the top of a pipe cap. I drilled some holes in it, and then squished the tines between that foundation and a couple of washers with some bolts. And as you see, I'll just assemble it all together onto a base, which is just a piece of wood with a flange bolted to it. By the way, everything here, almost everything, is made of plumbing supplies. But as I tested it out here, I became dissatisfied. I wasn't satisfied with the weld or the base. So here's my design for a new base. I took it to DoSpace, which is a community technology library. And they have a CNC router there that I use to drill out that design onto a piece of spalted maple. In the middle of this, the router bit snapped, and so I recommend not using 1/32 of an inch, something a little larger, but it makes little larger holes, so it doesn't look as graceful. But I'm satisfied. Now the second issue I needed to address was how to attach the trunk of the cable tree to the branches. I decided what I would do, instead of using 2 bolts and attaching it to a welded-on cap, what I would do was drill a single hole through the foundation and also through the cap, attach them with a bolt, and squish together as I did before. This is what you will see. Now that the trunk and branches of the cable tree are complete, I wanted to show you just a little bit of how I finished off the base. I applied a layer of tung oil to the surface of the wood and left the bottom of the carving bare, with the idea that the oil should repel most of the stain that gets onto it. You can see how I'm wiping it off here as it soaks in. On the next clip, you'll see a little clearer how that dry bare wood just soaks up the stain. And a little bit gets onto the top here, and I just kind of wipe it off with my finger. It's not completely clean because the stain does creep up through the fibers from beneath, as you see there. But for the most part, it just comes right off. It's a good trick. Here you go.